and prosperity. Tra la 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 la. Show me the oil revenue so I could believe it is true.
Kaieteur Radio.
Covering Guyana from coast to coast.
Demerara and Essequibo 99.1 FM.
Berbice 99.5 FM. Kaieteur Radio.
Kaieteur Radio.
Covering Guyana from coast to coast.
Demerara and Essequibo 99.1 FM.
Berbice 99.5 FM. Kaieteur Radio.
Hi there, and welcome to your main newscast right here on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. My name is Joshua Van Sleckman, and thank you for joining us. And these are the top stories we're tracking. DPP appeals magistrate decision to free alleged bank robbers. Brazen acts of robbery becoming a norm around the city. Meanwhile, we tell you over 3,000 persons tested positive for COVID-19 in June. Bandits who went to inquire about casket and cart off with parlous payroll. And probe launch after cop allegedly assaults female. And hijacked car found abandoned after being used in execution attempt. Stay tuned to stay informed.
And safer Guyana.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining us, and happy CARICOM Day to you from all of us here at Kaieteur Radio. The Director of Public Prosecution, Shalimir Ali Haq, is appealing Senior Magistrate Leron Daly's decision to free 3 men of the 2017 botch attempt robbery on Republic Bank. 5 men were charged for the offense in 2017. Those men are ex-police constable 24-year-old Afreen Blackman, ex-rural constable 27-year-old Gladstone George, and 27-year-old Kieron Saunders, a former Republic Bank employee, 24-year-old Jamal Hange, and Sean Grimman. Blackman, George, and Grimman men were freed of the charge, and Saunders is expected to lead his defense and the 5th accused. Haynes had pleaded guilty to the charge in 2017 in his first court appearance, and he was sentenced. On July 22, 2021, Senior Magistrate Leron Daly dismissed the charge against the trio. This was after she upheld a no-case submission made by her attorneys and dismissed the matter against them. In her ruling, the magistrate had stated that she upheld the defense attorney's no-case submission since there is not enough evidence against the trio for a case to be made. While the stats report released by the GPF in April show robberies have decreased significantly for the year so far, Kaieteur has observed that the brazen form in which they are committed is being a norm around the city. According to the Guyana Police Force, it has recorded a 38.4% decrease in armed robberies committed with guns for the first month of 2021. The force has also said that for the same period, armed robberies perpetrated with the use of other instruments decreased by 47.7%. Many have applauded the decrease, but based on reports reaching this media house, the acts of robberies are so brazen that citizens are afraid to walk the streets of Georgetown and certain locations on the east bank and east coast of Demerara. Some eyewitnesses of these brazen acts have even related that they occurred so frequently, it is causing them to doubt the GPF stats that robberies have decreased. Kaieteur was informed that sometime around 13 hours 30 on Norton Street, two men dressed in a dark colored jeans and white shirt rode in front of the Likens Federal Home on a black motorcycle and robbed the establishment of $1 million. That should be over $1 million. The manager of the funeral home, who requested not to be named, said that she was in her office when one of the men came and inquired about the casket from one of the employees. According to the manager, the man entered the building and asked a worker at the front desk about the price of the casket. The manager said as the other employee was about to take the suspect into an office, he suddenly turned around and went back to the worker at the front desk and whipped out a gun. There, he then jumped over the desk and retrieved all the cash from the drawers before making good his escape. Dr. Dawn Stewart, the owner of the establishment, who was not at the funeral home at the time, stated that she is still puzzled as to how the gunman knew who and where the money was. Meanwhile, a probe was recently launched after two police officers attached to the East Penitence police station allegedly assaulted 46-year-old Ganeshwari Elliott while she was in their custody. The woman stated that she was beaten and dragged to the prison cell door while adding that she received several blows about her body and face. We understand that the woman was arrested along with another following allegations of threatening language, but was subsequently granted station bail. However, on instruction of another senior cop, she was placed into lockup with her accuser. Her accuser, she stated, also assaulted her in the cell. The woman made a report to the Bricktown police station and also provided a medical report which showed that the wounds of her she received as a result of the assault. A division commander assistant commissioner Simon McBean said that the woman indeed filed a report and the probe is on its way, since the officers indicated that Ganeshwari also assaulted them. Commander McBean said that a file in the matter is being prepared and will be sent for legal advice. A car stolen by two bandits on Friday was found abandoned after being used for an attempt execution. Information received from the police relayed that the 30-year-old taxi driver was in the vicinity of Gomal Fish and Chips Place Middle Road to drop off passengers who had hired him. Immediately subsequent to their departure, the driver was confronted by the suspects who approached him on a blue motorcycle of unknown make and model. The pillion rider subsequently dismounted and pulled out a handgun and held the driver at gunpoint, ordering him. Now should be ordering him. We do beg your pardon. The pillion rider subsequently dismounted and handed out a gun and held the driver at gunpoint, ordering him to exit the vehicle, to which he obliged. The gunman then entered the vehicle and drove away. The driver then reported the hijacking to the police, who upon launching an investigation, were able to locate a vehicle matching the description given and bearing the same number plate. The car was found abandoned in South Rhineville, Georgetown, with a shattered window. Police, upon conducting a search, discovered 4 9mm spent shells, and investigators have since confirmed that the hijacked vehicle was utilized in a shooting that occurred later the same evening at around 22 hours 50 in the vicinity of Charlestown. 12 hours 19, it is time for your COVID-19 updates right here on Kaieteur Radio, followed by your page 7 of the Kaieteur News. Out of 20,378 confirmed cases in Guyana, some 3,028 persons alone contracted the virus in the month of June. Further, the Ministry of Health on June 24th last reported that 206 persons had tested positive for the virus, making that the highest number of new cases recorded in a 24-hour period for that month. Yesterday, the Health Ministry's daily COVID-19 dashboard recorded 73 new COVID-19 cases, which brings the total number of confirmed cases to 20,378. Out of the confirmed cases, 10,434 persons are women and 9,944 are men. The dashboard also revealed that 16 patients are in the COVID ICU, 88 persons are in institutional isolation, 1,492 are in home isolation, and 9 are quarantined institutionally. To date, a total of 18,304 persons have recovered from the virus. And we now turn our attention to page 7 of the Kaieteur News that is dedicated of being blunt. 1 million barrels of Guyana's oil was sold to India, and Guyanese know nothing about it from its government. Citizens only learn about this sale from Reuters, an international news agency. Does everything related to this oil sector have to be secret or treated like the personal possession of our leaders with Guyanese kicked around like raggedy footballs? Clearly something is not adding up on this Indian oil sale. Since we had to hear about this million-barrel shipment to India from Reuters, some serious skullduggery is possible afoot. There is no talk about the price per barrel or how much revenue is coming to Guyana. This lack of transparency surely spells more trouble for the country. And with that, we've come to the end of the main newscast right here on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. Let me remind you that you can get the full details of these stories and much more by picking up a copy of the Kaieteur News at a newsstand near you, or head across to our website at kaieteurnewsonline.com. I am Joshua Van Sleckman. Thank you.